Hey there, welcome back to Egoslut Ego. This is the second weekly update I've done so far this week. Second weekly update I've done so far on this site. I'm determined to stay loyal for you guys so that we can get something going on there. I'm still working on the voice. We're still trying to figure out what's going to be going on in this whole thing, what this is all about. But definitely, that's going to be, it's going to take a bit of time. But, I mean, this is just an experiment. It's just playing, and I think together we're going to find something kind of cool. We've tried to upgrade a little bit of the video quality this week. We've got a new webcam going on there. We're going to do a little bit of proper video editing to put it all together. Still got the awesome sound. So hopefully together we're going to find something kind of cool. So, first of all, I want to last week I mentioned that I would watch all of the Oscar Best Picture noms, but I hadn't seen Slumdog Millionaire yet. And I watched that Saturday before the Oscars. And so this is sort of a little bit about Slumdog Millionaire. If you haven't seen it, oh my god. First of all, my top five the top four that I gave last week, which was Benjamin Button, Frost Nixon, The Reader, Milk, in that order from worst to best, has now been adjusted, where Slumdog Millionaire is now taking the number one position. That's right, I have sort of become one of the masses, and I completely agree. I loved Slumdog Millionaire. If you don't know about it, Slumdog Millionaire was it's a British film that was shot in it's a Danny Boyle production, shot in India, in Mumbai, and it follows a story of this young man who has gone on the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire program in India, or more appropriately, the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire program in India. And is now, and it sort of follows him, and basically he's an uneducated street kid, and it follows how he knows the answers to the questions that he's being asked, and he's working his way to the last question, I believe it's the 20 million rupee question. First of all, Danny Boyle. I've always loved Danny Boyle. Danny Boyle is a great director. If you don't know him, he's responsible for some really great films. Trainspotting, The Beach, Shallow Grave, great film. I love that movie. He's a great, sort of the same stuff I was talking about with Milk last week, but just a great example of a director who can take stuff and give it just enough of an artistic element to it that makes it unique, that makes it his own, but isn't sacrificing any of the storytelling mechanic. He isn't sacrificing any of the character mechanic. You don't lose the filmic elements for his artistic involvement. Just like I was sort of saying last week about Milk, as opposed to, say, Ron Howard, who knows how to shoot a great movie, but I wouldn't say there's anything special about it. Sorry, I'm drinking coffee this week. Forgive me. The other one that I think is really kind of cool, the thing I love about it is, and it's sort of an interesting when you put it against Milk, which is Slumdog is great because you can really just surrender yourself to the story, because you don't know, you probably will never know, but you probably don't know who any of these actors are, and unless you're kind of familiar with some very a lot of Indian cinema or something like that. But you probably don't know who any of these actors are, so it's very easy to sort of get lost in the characters in the story. Where Milk, you're familiar with almost all of these actors, which I think is a testament to their acting. Which is, I say testament a lot. It's a testament to their acting. People like Sean Penn and Emil Hirsch and Josh Brolin. You know who they are, but in Milk, you definitely sort of move past them into the characters that they're playing. Slumdog, you're never going to have that because you don't know who any of these people are, but every performance is so good, from the young street kids all the way to the fellow who is the head of the host of the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire in India, who is just fantastic to watch. One thing that I love about this film too is Danny Boyle really knows how to shoot motion, how to get the idea of things moving and getting into each other, and utilizing that as a storytelling mechanic. Especially since the story is really about this kid moving through this game and him moving through his life, and he uses physical motion to really do that. You sort of saw that if you've ever seen Trainspotting and saw that phenomenal opening of Trainspotting with the run across the cars where the camera's following Ewan McGregor out running the cops. The opening of Slumdog Millionaire where they has the cop chasing the children down. It's just amazing to watch in itself. So definitely, if you haven't seen Slumdog, see it. It deserved every Oscar it won. Its soundtrack is so cool. Listen to the soundtrack. This great balance of sort of raga and popular Indian standards with a little bit of sort of British and American pop techno influence. Very, very cool. Awesome film. Street Fighter. You're either going to like Street Fighter or you don't. And you know who you are? If you like Street Fighter, you've already played Street Fighter, you've already liked it, and that's it. Street Fighter is geared at two things. It's either geared at people who are already Street Fighter fans, and they're going to see nothing wrong with it because there's nothing wrong with it. It's a perfect Street Fighter game. But it's not going to do anything really, I think, to appeal to new people who either have never played or don't care about Street Fighter. First of all, 2D fighting games are so 1990s. I don't want to see them anymore. I don't need to see them anymore. If I can't step sideways, there's no point in fighting you. You know, it's just a basic premise. But, you know, it's Street Fighter. It's got some very popular visuals, popular images. You're going to see them. And the way they look in this version, I must say, this is the sexiest, most gorgeous fighting game I've ever seen. Doesn't make me care about it, but it's really, really pretty. It's got this gorgeous sort of oil painting texture on it. Awesome. Lastly, but in the end run, it's like, you just want to be able to do certain moves. I mean, to me, Street Fighter is about one thing. If I can do the Hadouken, I'm finished. That's the game. If I can do the Hadouken, I'm done. Blah, blah, blah. If you love Street Fighter, though, you will love this. Street Fighter, to me, is about having two people standing at an arcade console, fighting it out, while people around watch, and trash-talking each other. On a console, you don't get that. I mean, it's great to have somebody there. If you have somebody there to play with, it's a fun game. You know, and even if you're bad at it, beating the crap out of each other is fun. I don't get the same effect online. I don't care about it online. It kind of bores me. So, you know, it's one of these things. I think of all the games, you know, it's the one that I was interested in seeing probably the most, but knew I wouldn't care or play it. So, there we are. So that's it. That's this week. I just wanted to give another quick one. Just a couple updates. Tonight, I'm at the Comedy Nest in Montreal. So if you want to come out, 8:30 at the old AMC Forum. And on March 8th, we will be doing the next installment of Holy Crap. Just solidifying the lineup right now, and it's looking cool. So come on out to that. I would love to see people there. Stay tuned next week. We'll have some more stuff for you. We're going to try a couple of new things, and going to have a couple of guests possibly come in. So thanks all for coming by. I'll talk to you guys later. This is Egoslut. See ya.